In this video, we are going to show you how to install this 2-channel 4K 60 frames per second dashcam provided by Viofo for review. Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Greg, and in this channel I create product reviews, mods, install guides of cool car accessories and gadgets. Here we have your front camera, which records at 4K 60 frames per second. A higher frame rate results in a smoother video, which captures details of fast-moving objects. Your front camera is adjustable. We also have your 3M adhesive, which mounts to your windshield. On one side, we have your reset button. On top of that, upgraded USB 3.0 port enables ultra-fast downloading and 4K streaming. Data cable port or your SSD connection port. Supports up to 4 terabytes using your SSD or solid state drive. Micro HDMI port for your 4K video out. Followed by your memory card slot, which supports up to 512 gigs. Here we have your coaxial rear camera port. These are your quick buttons and a 2.4-inch screen. Measures at 2.4 inches by 3.9 inches by 1.7 inches. Supports up to 4 terabytes using your SSD or solid state drive. Here we have your rear camera, which records at 2K and is 360-degree rotatable. Your 3M adhesive, which mounts to your rear windshield, an indicator light, and your coaxial cable port. Both front and rear cameras are equipped with Sony Starvis 2 sensors, which packs more pixels for less motion blur and noise. Measures at 2.8 inches by 1.1 inches by 1.5 inches. 6-meter coaxial rear camera cable, your USB-C data cable, your power cable and power adapter with 2 USB-C 45 watts output. The top one will go to your dashcam. The second one you can use to charge other devices. A CPL filter for the front camera, which helps reduce reflections and glare. A trim tool, extra adhesives for the front camera and the rear camera, 3 electrostatic films, and your user manual. If you're interested in this product, I'm going to leave the product link in the description below. We're gonna go ahead and set up the rear camera first. I have another camera here, so just ignore that. First, you go ahead and decide where you want to mount your rear camera. I'm gonna go ahead and mount mine right here, right above this one. Make sure the rear windshield is nice and clean. We're gonna go ahead and peel off this protective film. Make sure your camera is centered and then press firmly. Your mounting location may vary from vehicle to vehicle. Next, we're gonna go ahead and wire your rear camera cable. Go ahead and just plug this right in. Just snaps into place. Then I'm gonna run this wire all the way to the front. To run the wires up front, simply take your included trim tool and just tuck the wires in on the side. And you work your way all the way to the front. Okay, we bring it all the way up front, tucked it under the headliner, out to here. This is where I plan on mounting the dashcam. Then before we install the front camera, we're gonna go ahead and wanna install your CPL filter. We're gonna move this protective film. Get the CPL filter. Then we're just gonna mount it over the lens. Push it down nice and snug. Then we go ahead and remove the protective film. Then we go ahead and peel off this 3M protective film. Determine where you want to mount. Make sure it's nice and straight. And then press firmly. Then we go ahead and plug in your rear camera cable. Tuck in and hide the wiring. Next, we're going to go ahead and connect your power source. Instead of me using this, I'm going to go ahead and get power source from this Dashcam power adapter. We get your USB-C. We're going to go ahead and plug it to the Dashcam. Then to your power source. Now, let's go ahead and turn on the vehicle. Okay, let's go ahead and go through your initial setup. Right now we're going to set it to English. Your time zone. Speed unit.
Please insert a memory card.
And then we're going to go ahead and insert a memory card. As you can see, you have your front camera as the main and then a smaller rear camera. Now we're going to go ahead and go into your settings menu. To get to your settings, you want to make sure you stop recording. To stop recording, you hit the record button. Once the recording stops, then you go ahead and hit the menu button. Now you're into your settings menu. First, we have your video settings. We can adjust your resolution. As you can see here, we have 4K at 60 frames per second and the rear camera 2K at 30 frames per second. We're going to go ahead and select your highest resolution. Next, you have HDR. You can select the HDR for your front camera. You can turn it off, on, or auto. And your rear camera, you also can turn that off or on. Next, you have video bitrate. You can set that to low, normal, high, or maximum. A high bitrate may improve the quality and smoothness of the video. The higher the bitrate you choose, the more storage you use on your SD card. We have loop recording. You can set your loop recording to 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and 10 minutes. This is how long your videos are recorded at. By setting this, the old footage will be replaced when the micro SD storage card is full. You have your record audio. You can turn that off or on. You can change your exposure value. You can change it individually with your front camera and your rear camera. Adjusting the value properly can create better footage under different lighting circumstances. We have your G sensor. You can turn that off. Low sensitivity, medium, or high sensitivity. The G sensor measures shock forces and locks the video recorded at that time. We have your stamp. You can choose to imprint the information on the recorded video. You can imprint the date, your GPS speed, GPS coordinates, or your custom stamp. With your license plate, logo, your brand model, and your resolution. You can also choose the stamp text color: white, yellow, cyan, and golden. We have time-lapse recording. Turn that off. Time-lapse 1 frame per second, 2 frames per second, 3 frames per second, 5 frames per second, and 10 frames per second. This records video from frames captured at specific time intervals to conserve memory and reduce the time it takes to record a video. You have your parking recording. You can choose your parking mode. I have it off as you do need a hardwire kit installed to make this work. You can choose from different time-lapse. Low bitrate recording records a video and file and uses small files for continuous recording. Auto event detection. the camera will automatically record a video sequence while a moving object is detected during parking. It will stop recording without any new movements. You have your parking recording timer off 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, or 4 hours. Oh, we have more: 6 hours, 8 hours, 12, 24, or 48 hours. Here you have parking mode timer. You can have parking mode off, or you can have it enter parking mode in 90 seconds after you turn off the vehicle. Your parking G sensor, you can change the sensitivity. The G sensor detects significant or sudden movement. It will trigger the recording. Parking motion detection, you can set the sensitivity to low, medium, or high. Parking GPS, you can turn that on or off. This is a logger in your parking mode. Parking HDR, you can turn that off or on. Then we have your image rotate and mirror. Depending on how you install your rear camera, you can rotate the image or you can mirror the image. This is where you input your custom text into your timestamp. You can put whatever text you want, and this will imprint in your recorded video. You can input your license plate number. This is your live video source. Default screen, so you can have your default as just the front camera, just the rear camera, or your rear overlaid on top of the front camera, or your front overlaid on top of the rear camera. Here we have your privacy mode. You can turn that off or on. When the privacy mode is on, the dashcam only saves the latest 4 normally recorded video files. Now we're going to go ahead and go into your system settings. Here we have your Wi-Fi. You can turn that off. Use 2.4 or 5 gigs Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi 6 transmission for faster downloading and 4K streaming. Your Bluetooth button function. If you purchase the optional Bluetooth button, you have your settings here as well. You can change your time zone, time format, 24 hours or 12 hours. Daylight savings, you can have it off or set it if you're in the United States. Adjust your date and time. Change your boot delay. This is if you want to have your camera delayed when you power on the vehicle. You can have it delay for 5 seconds or 10 seconds, or just turn it off. LEDs, you can have all these LEDs on, have them all off, or have the power LED on only. You can also adjust your parking mode LED when your vehicle is in parking mode. You can manage your solid state drive storage. You can have it to back up on your micro SD card or delete the files in your solid state drive. Video storage. You can choose where you want your video files to be stored on the micro SD card or externally if you connected your solid state drive. You can turn on and off your beep sound. You have voice notification. You can turn that on or off. This is when the camera talks back to you and notifies you of anything. You can adjust the volume of that voice notification. You have voice control. You can turn that on or off. And this shows the list of voice commands you have. You can turn on or off your GPS. You can change your speed unit, miles per hour or kilometers per hour. You have screensaver, have it off in 1 minute, 3 minutes, 3 seconds, 15 seconds, or 30 seconds. We have your video out OSD. You can turn that off or on. When connecting the camera to an external display via micro HDMI port, the display can show the dashcam's live recording in real time. You can change the frequency, choose your language, format your SD card, set yourself a format reminder, bring everything back to default settings, and it shows you the version number you have. We're going to go ahead and open up your app. On the bottom, you click connect your camera. Make sure your Wi-Fi is on. Okay, then we go ahead and hit continue. follow the instructions. So now we're gonna go ahead and go to your system settings. Look for our Dashcam A329. Your default password is 12345678. Click connect.
Wi-Fi connected.
All right, now we're all set. And here we have your live view. On the bottom left is where your video files are stored. On the top, you have all your files, locked files during parking, and the photos that were taken. You can click on the file that you want, and on the top right, you can download or delete the file. And then on the bottom right, you have access to your settings. You have the video settings and your system settings, which can be all adjusted through your phone. If you have not done so already, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll bring you more content just like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.